Hi everybody, this is David Newton, your personal sommelier from teachingwineonline.com. And I'm standing here with Craig Leuthold from Maryhill Winery.
That's it.
That's it,
There
right?
you go.
Okay, and so I had actually had a good experience with his wines last year. One of the wines was part of the wine club, which was the red blend, and then we did a Cab Franc for a Cab Franc festival. He shows up today, and the wines were so good that I ran home and grabbed the camera so I could get him on camera and especially get him to spill what we were just talking about. So let's get to those questions.
All right.
First of all, he's talking about Zinfandel, growing Zinfandel in Washington, and then we're going to close with talking about Sangiovese and how it's misunderstood.
Well, you know, really the home of Zinfandel in the world is California, and it's very unusual that it's grown anywhere else. Its roots come from northern Croatia, and we grow a little bit of Zinfandel in Washington. Of the 35,000 acres in Washington, only about 70 acres of Zinfandel are actually planted in the state. So there isn't a lot of it, and there are a lot of challenges in growing it. One is there are these huge, gigantic clusters. To put this in perspective, Zinfandel averages about 3/4 of a pound per cluster. And Merlot is like 10 clusters per pound. Cabernet Sauvignon and Cab Franc are 4 to 5 clusters per pound. So we're talking these big, huge clusters. Because of that, you're susceptible to two things. Ununiform ripening of the clusters themselves, where some of the grapes will be very high in bricks and other grapes will still barely be over 20 bricks. Well, you want everything to be 23 to 25 bricks minimum in order to get that good, big, round, full mouthfeel that you expect from a Zinfandel. The other thing that's really challenging is because of those big, gigantic clusters, Zinfandel tends to be susceptible to bunch rot, especially if you get any moisture as harvest approaches, because the clusters are so big, it actually crushes the berries on the middle inside of the cluster, and then you get fruit flies and everything in there causing bunch rot in those clusters.
And so it's going to be difficult to keep the alcohol level down, considering that you have to...
You get really high bricks, and then you have some really low bricks. So, you know, the beauty of growing Zinfandel in Washington, the flip side of it is you'll end up with very balanced wines, because we have a lot of good natural acidity because you don't have that real big heat as harvest approaches. Our daytime highs are 75 to 80 degrees. Nighttime temperatures are in the high 40s to low 50s, so you end up with really nice balanced wines.
All right, so right when I think I'm over Zinfandels, I taste this Washington Zinfandel. And how many Washington Zinfandels do you think are being produced right now?
You know, there's less than 10.
Okay, so if you can find Maryhill Vineyards, which you can find at Divine, we have it for you. But, all right, so let's talk about Sangiovese, the misunderstood grape. Let's talk about that.
Oh man, Sangiovese. For me, it's probably the most versatile wine, especially when it comes to food. It goes with just about everything. You know, it's got really bright fruit, it's got good crisp acidity, it's lighter in style, so it has a very broad appeal. I believe that Sangiovese is very misunderstood. You know, Americans, if they knew that Chianti was Sangiovese, we'd sell a hell of a lot more of it in America. But for me, it's the versatility of the grape itself and the flavor that attracts me so much to Sangiovese, because you know you could have it with salmon, you can have it with poultry, you could have it with ham, you can have it with steak, you can have it with almost anything, and it complements whatever type of food that you want to have it with.
Okay, all right, Craig, thank you. Join us at teachingwineonline.com for more interviews with winemakers and wineries. And actually,
cheers.
Cheers. Yeah, we're actually gonna be featuring these wines soon at Divine.
Thank you.